Hi guys, and welcome to another NBT preparation video. My name is Nick. In our last video, we went through some of the easier questions, although maybe the maths lit guys didn't find them that easy. Today, it's going to be very tricky. So I need you to take out your pens and papers. I want you to try these because they're not as easy as they look. And some of them at first glance seem simple, but they aren't. So let's get to it. Right, the first question says, find the value of R in the sequence 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 1, 2, WR. Please try this, see if you can get it. Okay, at first glance, it may look fairly simple. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. 3 minus 2 is minus 2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So initially you might think, oh, quadratic. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1, because minus a minus is a plus, right? Negative 1 minus a minus, so negative 1 plus 2 gives you 1 as well. But there it breaks down. You don't have your quadratic sequence. Not a geometric. You can see it's not doubling each time. So what is it, guys? Can you spot it? If you can spot it, please comment, okay? If you can't spot it, and it's tricky, please comment that too, because we had 1,400 views in the last 3 days on our last video. Thank you for watching, but only 7 individual comments. There were 14 total comments, because we do try and reply to every single comment, and it really helps our channel out if you would. Comment, and same deal as the last time. If we get to 10 unique comments, and this time it's not going to be comments from me that I'm going to count. It's going to be comments from you guys. We will post some more free content. Okay, 400 likes. Okay, 5 plus 3 gives us 8, right? 3 plus 2 gives us 5. 2 plus 1 gives us 3. Notice, 8, 5, 3. Let's see if it keeps going. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1, right? 2, 1. Look at that. So the two numbers on the right sum to the value on its immediate left, on their left. Okay, so we know then that if that's the case, then W plus R must equal the number on the right. W plus R is equal to 2. W plus 2 gives you minus 1, right? So W plus 2, those two, give me negative 1. Well, we can solve for that one, because then we get W equals negative 1 minus 2, which is negative 3. And then we can sub that into here, and we get negative 3. And that'll give us R equals 2. Negative to the other side gives us positive 3, and that's 5. Okay, now because it's multiple choice, I wouldn't do all this working. I'm just doing that to show you guys. I would simply circle 5 and move on to give me time. Okay, I'm going to zoom that in. I know that 60% of you do this on your mobile. So I will be at time zooming in, but I'm hoping you can see this okay. All right, I did redo this. This was the old document, yeah. And I tried to sharpen everything to make it easier, and that took ages. So if you're watching on your mobile, how about a like, please? He's so hungry. He's so thirsty for those likes, this guy. Jeez. Okay. So we've got two integers, have the sum of them and a product of them. Find the expression for the sum of the two integers. Okay, so algebra, we're going to let our integers be x. Okay. So our two integers will be the 2, so we have to let one x and the other one be y, right? And so two integers have a sum of m. So the sum of these two integers is m. So we'll say x plus y equals m. Pause the video now if you think from this you can get it. and try and do it by yourself. If you're writing tomorrow, I'd probably just keep watching and try and watch as many as you can, and maybe just memorize the answers. But if you've got a bit of time, try and do this. It's good practice. Okay, and then the product of n, right? So the product of x and y is n, and they are asking, find the expression for the sum of the squares of two integers. Okay, so they want the sum of the two squares. So we square both and sum them. But basically what they're looking for is the sum of them, right? So x, they want to know what x squared plus y squared is equal to in terms of n, right? These are answers. Okay, well, how do we get to x squared plus y squared? Well, in this one, we can simply just square both sides. All right. And that would give what's x plus y squared? Well, it's x squared plus 2xy plus y squared, and that gives us m squared. If you pause the video and you are managing to do this, fantastic. If you're just watching along, all good. See if you can at some point pick up. Okay, now what do I need to do? I need to get rid of this 2xy, because if I do that, then I will have x squared plus y squared, right? There. I will have that if I get rid of the 2xy. Well, there we go. We know that xy was equal to n, and so when I doubled it, I got 2xy, which then can be taken off there, right? So if I subtract 2xy, I'll be left with x squared plus y, right? So I need to take off 2n. Okay, so what is this? What I have here? I have n squared, and then I subtracted 2n. So I minused 2n, right? So there's my answer. M squared minus 2n gives us, because those went away. All right, so it's m squared minus 2n is our final answer. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit for the guys on mobile. Excuse me while I just do this. Okay, now find the value of x minus y. If 2x plus 2x equals 5y plus y minus 5y. Okay, so try and look at your fundamentals of exponents that you did in grade 10 for the pure maths people. And if you move to maths lit in grade 11, this may still look familiar. Notice that I've got 2x and 2x. And 5y and 5y. That's what you've got to spot. Okay. So 2x multiplied by 2 to the 2. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking the 2x plus 2 into this. Okay, I would probably, if I was doing it in time pressure, I would probably just take the 2x and write 2 squared plus 1. But I just want to show you guys who are not too familiar with this, that's what you would do with the left-hand side, and you would do the same sort of thing for the right-hand side. Apologies if my video gets in the way. I did last time, and I actually should redo the whole recording because my face was in the way. But anyway, hopefully we don't have that issue this time. We've got you can see we can take out a 2x here. And we get 2x, 2 squared is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, and then the part in yellow, we take out the 5y, and we'll be left with 5. And remember, there's a ghost 1 here, right? Because 5y times 1 is 5y. So that's minus 1. And so what we're left with, pause the video now if you can carry on from here. Okay. See if you can finish it off. A little tip, you could just sub in these values now into here and see which one works. But the problem is it's x minus y, okay? But it just so happens if you sub some of these, you do end up getting it. But let's do it the right way, right? So 5y times 4. Okay, well, how would this work? Well, it could work if it was 5 times 4 and 2 times 4. sorry, 5 times 4 and 4 times 5, right? Because then both sides would be, and the trick here is that, look at this, they're all integers. And because 2 and 5 are prime, these have to be integers for this to even have a chance of working. So basically what I'm saying is this has to equal that, because that can be 4, right? And this has to equal that. Okay, so there, 5 to the 1 gives you 5, so y is 1. Okay, and 2 squared is 4, so x is equal to 2. What do we have to say? X minus 2, right? So 2 minus 1 is 1. Next question asks, if A, and this basically says, this is like the rule. So this is like a rule. It's not times or anything like that. It's a rule. And the rule is basically saying, put A over there, whatever A is, and put B over there. Okay. So how do we do that? Well, let's just use this one. So we have to do it for this. Now, this is a bit complicated, but what we want to do is, do you see that if we get this as a number, then it would just look like 7 could be that, could be A. And then if you get this, that would be your B. So what we have to do is just, first of all, just solve this 5, 2 scenario. Okay, so do you see that our A in this case, I'm going to circle A in orange, is over here. So our A is 5. So I can write it as 5. Okay. Then I'm going to put the rest in white because that don't have to do anything. And then our B, let's do our B in yellow, is 2. And so it'll be times 2. Basically what I'm doing is I'm putting the A over there and a B over there. The A is 5, the B is 2. 5 minus 2 times 2 is 1. Okay. And so this whole thing here is 1. Okay. So what I'm looking for now is 7, 1. Okay. If you understand this, please pause the video and do it yourself now just to confirm, and then you can just move on. All right. So A is 7. We're going to write. Okay. We're going to do the A in purple or orange again, just one more time for the people who not too sure what went on there. And then we replaced the B was 1, and so we replaced that with a 1 there. Okay, so 7 minus 2 times 1. Okay, and that is equal to 7 minus 2, which is 5. There we go. Okay, we are going to do one more, I think. Now, let's do one more. Okay, and we'll just have there the nice little Smart Prep logo, advertising Smart Prep. .coza. I'll put the link to all of the NBT past papers and memos in the description of the video and a comment. I will also put this on a playlist on YouTube, and it'll come. So if you just start watching the playlist, subscribe, then you'll just basically be able to watch all these videos. And not have to go anywhere else. We're a one-stop shop for NBT preparation. Okay, so Sipo and Maria are in the ratio of 3 to 4. So what do we do with algebra? You just let one thing equal x and the other thing equal y. Okay, so Sipo is x, Maria is y. So those are basically x and y. So then we know that x over y is equal to 3 over 4, right? That would be the ratio. Okay, now cross multiply. So it's going to do this. I'm just going to do this in yellow. So that'll be 3y and 4x. And 3y equals 4x. So that is our first equation. That's equation number 1. Okay, now what else? After each spend 100. Okay, so after each spend 100 Rand, That's gone all bluey on me. The ratios of the amounts is 1 to 2. So after each spend 100, the ratio of the amounts is 1 to 2. Okay, I will, if you on the mobile you can't see it too well, don't worry guys, I will zoom back in shortly when we're done with this. Oh no, we are done. We carry on with 6 in the next video. So when this video reaches 100 likes or 10 comments from you guys, then we will carry on with question 6. Maybe you can try it now or after the video. And then hang on to the next one to see if you're right. All right. So after they spend 100 Rand, well, if they spend 100 Rand, he'll have X minus 100, won't he? And Maria will have Y minus 100. Okay? But now the ratio would be 1 over 2. Okay? So cross multiply. Okay, so we'll cross multiply these. So 2 times X is 2X. 2 times 100 is minus 200. And then we'll cross multiply the y's and we get, well, that's easy because it's 1 times y is y, 1 times 100 is minus 100. What do we do next? Let's just get y by itself. Okay, so we know that y, we'll keep y on the left. Y equals, bring the 100 over to the right, becomes plus 100. Okay, so 2x minus 200 plus 100. What I'll do is I'll upload this document when it's finished with all this colors and stuff so that, you know, there is a memo which is available now, which is black and white, no problem. But this one, if you like the colors and it helps you, then why not get that one? Okay, so then minus 200 plus 100 is 100, minus 100. Okay, so now what we do is this is our second equation. So we've got 1 and 2 is we're going to put our, we now know what y is in terms of x. So we're going to replace our y with this, right? Because then we know y is 2x minus 100. Okay, so 2x minus 100. We'll put our 3 in, equals 4x. Okay, I'm going to stop with the colors now because we can simply just solve for x. So 3x times 2, 3 times 2x is 6x, minus 100 equals 4x. Okay, so it'll then be 6x minus 4x, which will be 2x, running out of space. So I'm just going to put in the answer. So 2x, take the other one. No, this is 3 times 100. That's going to be 300, isn't it? 3 times minus 100. So we'll take that across. It'll be 300. It's 2x. Divide both sides by 2. We get x equals 150. We can then sub that into number 1. So now we know that x is 150. We sub that into this first equation. And we get 3 times y equals 4 times 150, which is 3y is equal to 600. Divide both sides by 3, and we get y is equal to 200. Okay, and that, oh, they want how much they started. Okay, so we have to add them. So it will be 100 plus 150 is 350. Now, there was an issue with this one. If you look in your memos, you will see the memo, it does have the answer as 350. So none of these are correct. So if you did it and you saw that your answer wasn't there, well done for doing it correct. And sorry to shock you, but yeah, it was 350. Okay, so try and do number 6 in the next video. As soon as we get to those targets, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All the best for your NBTs if you're running it tomorrow. And we'll see you soon.